This video is going to be a lot of me just ranting about stuff. I've tried to do this take many times, structure it. It doesn't really work out, so I think I'm just going to express what I think and when I think it, and hopefully it comes out in a decent way. What I wanted to talk about today was monetization in games, specifically battle passes. Let's be honest, ever since Fortnite invented the battle pass, pretty much every company has hopped on the bandwagon. Like, even if I show it here, even Fall Guys has a battle pass now. Why does it need a battle pass? It just has a bunch of different skins and colors, and I mean, like, if it works, it works. I wouldn't really say that this is the best sort of monetization, but I can't really think of something that would be better. Apparently there's like 200 tiers to the Fall Guys battle pass. Like, who's grinding out the Fall Guys battle pass? There's a tier skip as well. Collect instant rewards. You have to like watch an ad or something for that. That's weird. That's not the reason that I made this video. This is just an extreme example. A lot of games nowadays are very expensive to make, and they're these giant AAA or now quadruple A games. They're so expensive to make and they're trash. Like, they do not need years of development time for something that's really, really bad on the market. There are Flash games that could probably beat out some of these AAA behemoths. It's really sad to see because a lot of their efforts could be put towards other things. So a lot of their efforts could be on how to make a better game instead of just filling the game with microtransactions and how to make a quick buck off of the consumer. That's what brings me to the game that I actually wanted to talk about today, Brawlhalla. For context, I have spent close to 4,000 hours in this game. So I'm in the Australian region, which is one of the weakest regions in the game as far as tournament placements and things go. We are not a very powerful region. That becomes somewhat relevant later on, so keep it in mind that we're not the best region out there by a long shot. Brawlhalla Battle Pass Season 9. So there's all of these patch notes. It's talking about the apocalypse, a few cool skins and things. On the surface, it looks pretty normal. However, there have been some very bad decisions that Brawlhalla have made recently. The reason I'm pretty frustrated with this is because we now have a deluxe battle pass, which is essentially like a tier 2. This is the only game that I really have played actively that has a battle pass, so I'm not sure how scummy many other games, such as like things like Overwatch, those sorts of big games that I think a lot of people have a lot of issues with as far as the monetization goes in that game. So we have our gold battle pass over here. This is the standard battle pass. This is the normal one that I feel like most games would have. As I showed with the Fall Guys one before, I'm guessing that would be a similar thing to this. In my region, that's $14.95 in Australia. Okay. I would say that is pretty reasonable considering you get all of these different skins. So 6 skins, epic and progression skins, really nice. Universal color scheme, 26 weapon skins, 4 emotes, 3 sidekicks, 200 mammoth coins, which are our in-game currency. They are premium currency. I would say that's a pretty good deal. The issue is this one, the Deluxe Battle Pass. Instantly receive 25 tier skips, lore-accurate Celestial emote, Molten Terror sidekick, and Seer of All Battle Pass title. The Battle Passes all have different tiers. I'm sure people would be familiar with that. This is the final tier reward, the new skin. It's a Red Raptor skin, one of the characters in the game. Looks really good. Custom signature attacks, things like that. Got like really cool like red effects. This hawk demon foot thing looks really good. Then the face looks amazing. Good skin, like quality skin. It looks nice. It does its job. Makes people want to buy the battle pass, right? Now we have the deluxe battle pass. 25 tier skips. So if we have a look at our progress, so you can go straight to here and get all of these rewards previously pretty much instantly. Alright, I guess if you're not playing a lot of the game and doing your missions, maybe you could get it. Yeah, I guess it works. Lore accurate Celestial emote. It's just an emote. That's it. you get that. Molten Terror, Sidekick, you get that. And then Seer of All Battle Pass title. Title before, my title is Valhallan. I'm definitely not going to take that off because that's an accomplishment for me. I feel good about having that. But yeah, you get like a bunch of different titles and things. So, I mean, having Seer of All, that would be a pretty cool title. The only issue is that it's $37.95 in my region. The Gold Battle Pass by itself is $14.95. Why in the world is this deluxe $37.95? There is no reason for it to be so expensive. And I see a lot of people in the Brawlhalla community trying to justify why it's worth the money, because you have the ability to skip tiers if you really want to. I can't show it off because I don't have the Gold Battle Pass. Basically, you can buy these tiers. So what people would do on day one, if they were basically whales in this game, they would just go to tier 85, view the skin, and just like buy it. So quite often the whales would just come to the tier 85 skin on day one and just buy it all completely for like $150 or something, some ridiculous amount of money. I mean, you can do that, but a lot of people are trying to justify that if you skip to the tier 25 and you buy up to that normally, it would cost more money than getting the deluxe battle pass. I think that is a whole bunch of cope. That is the biggest copium sniff I've ever seen in my life. It is not worth it at all in any way. There is nothing in here that is worth $37, like $38. That's insane. That's like half of Elden Ring. Like that is an insane amount of money to be dropping on a game. To put that into perspective, right? I have a look at these games on my wish list, right? Grime, $35.95. Cult of the Lamb, $35.95. Last Year of Nostalgia. Hades, Ultra Kill. These games that are like pretty popular. These aren't like bad games. These are really high quality games, at least in the AA sort of indie space. And Brawlhalla thinks that I would pay more for this battle pass than I would for Hades. You're out of your mind. That's ridiculous. What adds insult to injury is just recently, the Australian community has been essentially dicked over. Brawlhalla has essentially whipped out its cock and slapped us in the face in the Australian region. Brawlhalla decided to completely remove Australian tournaments in 2024, which honestly sucks considering I was top rank and I really wanted to participate in one of the tournaments. I can't do that anymore because there are no more tournaments, period. There's nothing going on for 2024 in Australia. What also sucks, someone who's big in the Australian community for organising tournaments has recently just given up. The guy's name is That Jerry Boy. I've fought him a few times. He's a pretty nice player. I haven't really had any bad run-ins with him, but he organises a lot of tournaments for Australia and Southeast Asia. I signed up for one of his tournaments recently for 2v2. However, just after he announced the tournament, he said that I am going to stop running tournaments indefinitely for Australian Brawlhalla. I'm happy to help other people run AusBH tournaments if they wish to, but I refuse to do all of the work. With real life stuff hitting me, plus the Brawlhalla community and shit, it'll be for the best. It's really sad to see that I don't know of any other tournament organizers, so I'd say he's our biggest one. He just quit. Half of our pro scene got absolutely butchered because a lot of the top were doing some offensive things, and there was sexism, transphobia, racism. A lot of that, it was in our top community. Now, I'm not saying they are justified for saying the things that they said or the things that they did, but to shoot the rest of us in the foot when we had nothing to do with it is just bad. Like, why? Why would you do that, please? Can we have a tournament, please? Can I be a part of a tournament, please? A lot of people are saying it's based on a skill issue because we are one of the worst regions in the game when it comes to skill. However, that can't be true because in one of the very, very recent Southeast Asia tournaments, Dummy, one of our pros, went over to the Southeast Asia LAN and beat every single pro in that LAN. And when I say he beat every single pro, in Southeast Asia, I don't mean it was close matches. I'm meaning he literally came away and 3-0'd all of them. He destroyed all of the competition. Southeast Asia still get official lands. After all of this happened, they completely changed up how tournaments are made. A lot less money is given to anyone who wins in tournaments, no matter the region. This isn't just like Australia getting cut off. It makes Brawlhalla look like it's running out of money. That's a pretty big problem when you're trying to like encourage a competitive scene. This game has terrible monetization. These are our crossovers, right? Some of our most expensive skins in the game. I have 110 extra mammoth from the battle passes that we get. You get 200 mammoth coins a battle pass. These crossovers are not exactly cheap. How much money does all of this sort of thing equate to? Let's have a look at just SpongeBob SquarePants. This is the most expensive skin in the entire game. 400 mammoth coins. Let's go over to buy coins. To get 400 mammoth coins from zero, I would need to spend $30 in this game. That SpongeBob skin, $30. I don't need to be a mathematician to know that that's not cheap. Considering 2 gold battle passes are $15 in my country, I would still have to get 2 battle passes to get the SpongeBob SquarePants character, which is still $30. The monetization is just out of control. Just the fact that with battle passes, like, these missions are terrible. Disarm opponents, 39 out of 100. That is just grind, right? My sister, she plays this game too. She's not the best at the game. She would have so much trouble. Gauntlet's light attack damage. My sister doesn't play Gauntlets. She wouldn't know. She wouldn't have the slightest clue. She'd be playing like 100 games just to get that sort of damage. That's a ridiculous amount, and that's just week 1 with missions. Week 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. The worst ones is the ELO, where you have to get like 2,000 ELO. That's why they monetized this battle pass the way they did. That's why they have a deluxe pass now. You can just pay to skip it all. There's 25 tiers just gone instantly. You don't have to grind anymore. You don't have to pay with mammoth anymore to do it. You can't even pay for the battle pass with mammoth coins. You have to use real money every time, so you can't carry over any of the mammoth that you earn from the battle pass itself, which is crazy, might I add, because Fortnite, the guys who originated it, from what I know, you are able to use the currency that you get from playing the battle pass to get the next one. Why is Brawlhalla different? It's pretty obvious why they've done this. Money. They are trying to leech as much money as they can off of their audience and their fan base. It's just really sad to see. I will no longer be supporting Brawlhalla. I've seen this game in some dark times. I played this game for over 5 years. Axe meta was terrible. Greatsword meta, terrible. There were some times when you would just want to give up on this game completely. And during that multiverses phase, when that game was blowing up, a lot of the Brawlhalla community was going to move over because Brawlhalla was making very bad decisions. And then they were doubling down on said decisions. This feels darker than any of the other times that we've had a dark period. It just makes you sad. Like, your favorite game is slowly disintegrating in front of you, and you really don't know what to do because Ubisoft are just trying to monetize as much as they possibly can. And eventually, they're going to monetize more. They're going to figure out ways to gatekeep more. Like, this premium battle pass, this deluxe battle pass, a lot of people aren't buying it because it's just an emote, a sidekick, and a title. That sort of stuff is not very gameplay changing, really. Well, none of it technically is, but when you have a skin, you feel like you're playing in a different way. A skin can mentally change the way you play. If Ubisoft sees that nobody buys this deluxe battle pass, they are most likely going to put a skin behind it to encourage people to buy it. As soon as they start putting like actual character skins behind this, we've just lost all hope. And we've had battle pass reruns. From now on, other reruns going to have deluxe versions with bonus content that they would have probably just given us for free in previous updates. Weeks of grinding, but you can take that away by paying up $37. So what would you rather? Hades, 25 tier skips, Cult of the Lamb, or a lore-accurate Celestial emote? Grime, or a Brawlhalla sidekick? fucking Ultra Kill or a Seer of All Battle Pass title. What a shame, man. What a shame.